What's up, squad? It's your Squid, aka the Anxious Squid, here at Anxious Squid Productions. I'm not sure how this reaction is going to go. We'll see. I think it might just be a Dale Jr. podcast, so we'll see how it goes. You can let me know in the comment section and all that as well. But I figured it was a perfect video to launch two new designs I have for my merch as well. There's this one, the Kyle Busch design. The link will be in the description if you want that. They're pretty cheap. I'll check the price and I'll put it up under the image. And I wanted to mention I watched the Teresa Earnhardt Wicked Witch of the South video that I said I was going to do a reaction to, but I forgot to hit record on the camera, so that sucks. But as a result of reading that and learning about Teresa Earnhardt and stuff, I made this design. So check that out in the comments, give it a click, go and buy a shirt or a hoodie or something like that. I get a kickback, it'd be dope, and yeah, you can support the channel at the same time as displaying your hatred for Teresa and your disdain for Kyle. And yeah, these guys are my patrons, they're awesome. Please consider becoming one. Links in the description for that as well. I'm gonna get on with it. Let's get into reacting. This says, the actual video is called Dale Earnhardt Jr. speaks openly about Kyle Busch's antics. I'm just gonna write Dale Earnhardt Jr. v. Kyle Busch NASCAR reaction, I reckon, but let's do it. Thanks for clicking on the thumbnail, as always, guys. Let me know in the comments section if you don't like this format of reaction. As I said earlier, I just figured it'd be best. If this is the first time you've stumbled across me, do me a solid, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 5K by the end of 2020. Can't do that without people like you who stumble across my content and decide they like me. Let's get into it.
We had such an interesting race. It was fun. Loved calling it and had a fun time. And at the end, boy, did Kyle Busch come through with another great Kyle Busch interview. You know, I didn't articulate that well at the end of the race. What I meant to say was, I said I don't wish any bad luck on anybody. But what I meant to say, I guess, was Kyle Busch is a national treasure.
Yeah.
And even though he finished bad, I guess what I want to say is, like,
don't change.
Yeah, that.
So he likes it.
Okay, a friend of mine, after the race, we were I was on the plane and Brad had Wi-Fi.
I'm just saying as well, so, like, the accents in the South, right, there is nowhere else in the world that you can immediately identify, oh, you're from that particular part of that country, you know what I mean? Like, you can hear maybe a Manchester accent from England, but anyway, you can hear, like, you know, a Scottish accent. You don't know where in Scotland they're from. You can hear an Australian accent. Fuck knows where in Australia they're from, you know, but you know, a lot of people cop a lot of heat, and I feel like the southern drawl, so to speak, has a negative stereotype, but I fucking love it. I reckon it's cool.
So I was texting with some buddies of mine, and one of them was so angry, he was just angry. I was like, man, that was entertaining. Kyle, that was entertaining with Kyle, and he's on Twitter, he's still rattling off tweets, and it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Right? And another friend of mine's like, the guy, I don't like him. I'm mad. He got no class. Da 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 da. And I'm like, wait. So in this moment, Kyle had a bad run.
Yeah.
He ran
I don't know what they're talking about, but yeah.
And lap car, and he gets out and says all he says, and puts on entertaining.
I think that might have been the time he ran into a lapped car and he spat the dummy out. Spat the pacifier or threw all the toys out of the cot. It was like, you know, we're in the top league and we got people that are as shit as that. Basically, is what he said. I think that's what they're referencing.
I was like, for a guy that hates him, you should be enjoying this.
Yeah, right. Because calling a spade. I mean,
you're right.
Yeah, this played well for you.
Yeah.
If you hate Kyle Busch.
Yeah, even the Kyle Busch haters don't know when to enjoy it.
Right.
All right, that's fair.
So it puzzles me. I learned to, you know, appreciate. We don't have a lot of personality in the sport, right? Well, that's the wrong thing to say. There's some great personalities in the sport. There's a lot of guys, though, that don't quite show their personality, and there's not a lot of guys willing to, I guess.
Well, that's
people have said that a lot in my comments as well when talking about Kyle Busch. That's a very common argument of, well, like, at least he's a personality, but, like, dickhead isn't the only personality that exists, you know? You can have an out there charismatic dude. Like, I feel like we're scratching the bottom of the barrel if the only personality we have in the fucking entire 42 drivers or whatever it is him, you know? But
I think that there's a lot of personalities, some better than others, but there's very few people who are willing to put themselves out there with and not care about the repercussions that come.
And
That's true.
And if you watch, and
Yeah,
what
I'll give him that.
about that, if you watch Kyle's interview post-race, he's trying to toe the line. He's trying to hang in there. He's trying to keep it on the blacktop.
And you know it's kind. You know that. Yeah. You know he's not gonna be able to.
And that's what we all try to do. That's what all the other drivers try to do. But that interview got a little longer and a little longer. And finally, Kyle's just dropped the hammer. Yep. He's like, you know what? He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I'm gonna say what I feel. And you know, we need so much more of that. Whether you like Kyle, whether you don't, whether you like any of these guys or don't like them, we got to get that honest opinion.
No, I agree about that.
I sent out
especially in sports, just in general.
earlier in the day about how I had a great time at Cosmopolitan Hotel, and my tweet was a little too vanilla, a little too, I don't know, it was a little too perfect. And
a little
lot
too
of
advertising. Yeah.
And people were like, man, talk in your real voice. What's this crap? And some people thought Cosmopolitan had made the tweet. Some people thought that because Michael Waltrip, coincidentally, no connection at all, puts out a very similar tweet.
About the same time.
He did.
The only difference is
you know what? Michael saw my tweet and went, you know what? I stayed there too, and I agree with this, so I'm going to do the same thing.
I saw it said same picture, only Michael Waltrip's a few levels down. Like he's not as high up in the penthouse.
So, and it didn't dawn on anyone that maybe he saw my tweet and thought, yeah, I agree with this. I'm going to do the same. I had a great time.
So you're saying
not everything's a fucking conspiracy.
There you go.
And then, so a lot of people are like, ad. Come on, man, quit putting this bullshit on us. And I'm like, it's not an ad. I really feel this way. I've been staying here a few times. Dale Jarrett actually hooked me up. And, but we
Fuck, I gotta get into this podcast.
Coincidentally,
Obviously.
this year we had Cosmopolitan on the car, but that's because Zane Smith has a connection with him that he brought. Yes, I can see where people could draw
of course.
Anyway, so then I said in a tweet, man, it's the truth. There was this one guy, he's like, man, it's a freaking ad. I was like, hey man, I actually like the Cromwell too. It's a small boutique hotel in Vegas, and there's giant hotels everywhere, and it's kind of fun to go to some of the small boutique hotels. And the Cromwell is like right in the middle of the strip, but you'd never know it. And it's got a small casino. It's really clean. It's got themed rooms. It's a lot of fun. It's only about 4 stories, and I like staying there too. You know, when I'm wanting that kind of experience.
But they didn't pay you this weekend, so therefore the Cosmopolitan got your tweet. I'm kidding.
But anyways, that was similar to Kyle's interview.
Okay.
Started out pretty basic, and then he went into honest mode.
Fuck, he's a clever dude, isn't he?
More of it.
Like the parallels and stuff as well. Like, I feel like anyone that ever, you know, gives you grief about being a NASCAR fan or anything like that, you should just send him a Dale Earnhardt Jr. clip and be like, listen to this cunt talk, you know? Like, listen to the way he analyzes things and the perspective and the emotional intelligence, not to just go, oh, he's a dickhead about Bush and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, he's breaking so many stereotypes for me, even though they weren't stereotypes in my head, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't think I'm making sense.
What would have been disappointing is if he hadn't done it, because when he got when he made that contact, and look, if you're watching that race and he got taken out the way he did, if you didn't think that was coming, if you didn't think that
taken out though,
like, well, you know what I mean.
Watched the race.
His race sort of ended that way. Don't you think? I mean, he wasn't going to win. What's that?
He hurt his car.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't going to win anymore.
I wouldn't have been disappointed if he hadn't have done what he did in his interview. I'd have been surprised because I expect Kyle to tell it like it is.
That's my point.
I wouldn't say he told it like it is. I think he just said his honest opinion, and that's what
Told
I
it how he thought it was.
Hey, he gave you guys way more than he gave the rest of the media because he went Marshawn Lynch on him in the.
You know, that was entertaining too.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I can see in my mind Kyle doing that, and then he went on social media and doubled down. You know, he wasn't backing down. And whether you like it or not, hey. It was entertaining.
That shit say good game, fuck you. That's funny.
I don't look at it anymore is, well, this isn't exactly true, but I've gotten away from deciding whether I like or don't like something. As a broadcaster, and when you're in that position, you look at things whether it's entertaining or not.
Yeah, I say stuff you.
I'm all for
the show.
Just show.
The entertainment value.
Yes. And when I would hear that as a driver, that I didn't like that. Because I'm like, man, I'm a purist. I'm a racer.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the race and the competition and the review. Mm-hmm. And it ain't, and that's still important. But it's got to be entertaining. It better be freaking entertaining. It better be fun to see.
Yeah.
And it better be funny or captivating.
I understand that argument. Like, I understand it's entertaining sort of thing, but I'm entertained by the racing and by the sport in general. I don't need, like, some dickhead seasoning to make it more entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, I think it would be entertaining regardless of whether he was there, popping his top. But it is more entertaining while he throws the toys out of the bassinet and all that sort of stuff. But
dramatic, whatever. And he added a nice little finishing touch to the day. So thank you, Kyle Busch. You're a national treasure. And I don't, even the haters won't admit it. They probably enjoyed it too.
I loved your face, by the way, when they came back from his soundbite.
I was sitting there thinking, should I? It was going to be obvious if I tried to hide that, and I don't know what the etiquette is as a broadcaster if you're not supposed to have emotions up there. But I didn't see any harm in laughing. I thought it was funny. I just saw it. It was funny. Yeah, I think everybody else.
Fucking oath. Laugh when you think something's funny, right? Like I'm not going to go down and tell a story. I was about to tell a story, but absolutely laugh when you think something's funny. And if people tell you not to laugh, it's a fucking involuntary reaction, mate. I saw something funny and I laughed. It just happens, Like, suppressing laughter could kill you.
React that way and going.
I don't know if that's scientifically accurate. If suppressing laughter can kill you, but I'm sure it could. Stress-related stuff, Laughter's the best medicine and all that.
It was funny. Yeah, I think everybody else. Instead of seeing Kyle react that way and going, I hate that guy, he's glassless. That makes me mad. Instead of doing that, laugh, man. It's funny. It's funny. When he did the thing when he wrecked or somewhere at Bristol, he had something took him out of the race, and he did an interview, and we got that gif where he rolls his eyes and bobs his head and walks away because he doesn't like the question. Yeah, it's awesome.
It's great.
No, yes, and I've told Kyle
that was amusing.
I know you don't like it in those moments, but man, is it gold for us?
Right,
watch it. Everybody watch it.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted, as soon as that contact happened, I was pulling for that at the end of the race. I wanted the Kyle Busch interview to deliver like I know he can.
All right, my phone's ringing, so... Alright, so hopefully I've edited that all good and everything. My landlord was coming around, so I had to, go and do that. But yeah, we've only got like a minute to go in the video anyway, so that was painful timing.
I'm not saying like Kyle Busch. If you don't want to like him, don't like him. I'm saying
fair enough.
Don't waste your energy getting angry about, him in his moments like that. That's something to be enjoyed, I guess.
Yeah,
look, it goes back to the argument.
Sense.
It does. It makes sense. It goes back to the argument that we want these guys. We said it to Brad Keselowski.
Yeah.
Just please don't change being you. Same thing for Bubba Wallace. Like I worry about these guys. That people are going to beat them down so much that they're just going to close up and just say,
yeah,
what, it ain't worth it. And they do, right? Yeah. I worried about that for you. Even.
Oh yeah. So in what typically I think happens with drivers is would they get fed up with the treatment they get from either people on social media or whether they perceive it to be the media? They box themselves in, and they'll do that
happens in all sports.
They'll sort of have a chip on their shoulder or turn a cold shoulder to whatever it is they think that's antagonizing them or making their life tougher, and they'll cut it out. And they'll do that for a while. Now they come back, they open back up, but you don't want them to shut off.
Yeah, you don't want to make them regret sharing their true feelings or opinions.
Fair enough.
In that situation.
Yeah. That's a good take. I like that. That's a good take. All right. Sorry about the phone call, making that quicker. More apologising to myself in the future editing, but there we go. Let me know what you thought about that format. Like, should I react to more junior podcasts and stuff like that? I'm definitely going to find them and listen to them either way. He's cool. I like him. He's really dope. Inhaled my own saliva. These guys are my patrons. They're really cool. Please consider becoming one. There's a link in the description and all that. If this is the first time you've stumbled across me, please don't judge me based off this video. It was not very good, not up to my normal standard. Poke around, decide if you like me, then hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 5K before the end of 2020, and I can't do it without people like you. But yeah, also, 2 new designs, 2 new merch designs. The Kyle Busch one, Kyle Busch got wrecked. That's unfortunate. And the Teresa Earnhardt one, which I have labelled Teresa Earn C-Bomb. So, apologies if you're offended. Sorry, not sorry. And if you're not offended, click the link in the description and go and buy one because I get a kickback and I like money. So, yeah. Let's keep going. I'm going to film some more and I'm going to edit some more. Now that the landlord's been, that's not going to interrupt me again. So, we're good. I'll see you guys when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks for watching.